Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Shazad Faisal. 9th of January 2025. This video is about Pakistan India war in May 2025. Who is the actual winner with facts, figures, and proofs? So tighten your seat belts. This video is going to be very interesting and informative. Little background: the Modi government came into power in 2014. Since then, they were projecting themselves as a muscle man and a macho man, 56-inch chest, and blah blah blah. In 2016, there was a false flag operation conducted by, most analysts say, India itself in Uri, in Indian-held Kashmir, in which 19 Indian soldiers were killed, and the claim is that this operation was conducted by Indian Kashmir freedom fighters, local freedom fighters. So without any proof, as usual, India attacked Pakistan. It was a little cross-border raid in 2016, and they call it the surgical strike. So anyway, that was the first surgical strike. There was nothing happened. Pakistan took all the international delegations, journalists to the border, showed everything to them that, see, there is no damage, nothing happened. Again in 2019, it was an election year for Narendra Modi. So there was another false flag operation in Pulwama. The local freedom fighters so-called attack army convoy, killing more than 50 soldiers. India, again without any proof, put the blame on Pakistan, and within few days, India attacked Balakot in Pakistani KP province. This was the mainland Pakistan, not the disputed region, in which no damage happened. They threw some bombs in the jungle, and Pakistan claimed some crows, birds, trees were damaged, nothing else. Next day, India did this in the night, in the darkness of night, at about 3 o'clock, I believe. I'm not sure about the time, but I think it was 3 o'clock. Next day in the morning, 10 o'clock, Pakistan attacked India, and with the precision guided munition, with cameras on them, showing that we can attack the brigade headquarters, this headquarters, that headquarters, but we are not doing it. Last minute, the bombs and munition changed the direction, and they missed the targets intentionally. Pakistan shot 2 Indian jets, one Su-30 MKI and one MiG-21, in which Abhinandan was captured on Pakistani side. Su-30 was shot down on Indian side, which India never accepted. Another helicopter was shot down by a friendly fire by India in panic. They were so panicked that they shot their own helicopter carrying 6 commandos. So all 8 people on board, including the crew, were killed. So now come to the 2025 incident in Pahalgam in 22nd of April. Some terrorists, most likely Indian terrorists, because Indian freedom fighters, they never do that. An American congressional report has confirmed that they were insurgents, not Pakistanis involved in that. So there was no proof. They killed 26 Indian nationals in Indian-held Kashmir in Pahalgam. It's a tourist area. India, as usual, without any proofs, within few minutes, put the blame, sorry for the noise, put the blame on Pakistan, and planned an attack on Pakistan on 7th of May at 1:35 a.m. Pakistani time. 82 Indian fighter jets were airborne. Pakistan scrambled 42 fighter jets within 5 minutes. That is also a record. And Indian fighter jets, 7 of them attacked 3 Pakistani targets, civilians, all of them, 1 in Bahawalpur, 1 in Muridke, and something around, like there were about 7 attacks or missiles. So Pakistan lost 56 civilians, including children, women, and elderly people sleeping in their houses. Some scholars, next day there were funerals held. Pakistani officials attended those funerals. They were not shy of attending the funerals because they were civilians killed by Indian aggression. Some mosques, religious places were damaged as well. Anyway, come back to the attack. 82 Indian jets attacked, and Pakistan shot down 7 of the Indian fighters, including 4 Rafales, one Su-30, one MiG-29, and one Mirage 2000. Eighth one is a big Heron Israeli UAV as well. Pakistan shot down, in fact, 8 Indian jets. Next morning, Aurangzeb, Air Marshal Aurangzeb of Pakistan Air Force, did a comprehensive, detailed press briefing to the international media, giving all the proofs, uh, radar signatures, electronic signatures, even the recordings of the Indian pilots and their commanders asking their companion pilots that, they were trying to count the planes and they found that some planes are missing. Next morning, first thing in the morning, the Hindu, about 8 o'clock, 7 and 8 Indian time, they published on their website that 3 Indian jets were shot down. Within 50 minutes, under Indian government pressure, they removed it. The Wire Indian website, news channel, and the website, they published as well that they have few jets lost, but under Indian government pressure, they removed it again. So Pakistan gave all the proofs to international media, and most of the international media bought that, and they believed Pakistani side of the claims. Then India grounded its air force. They were so scared that 7 jets were shot down at a distance of around 200 kilometers, and they grounded all their air force. There was quietness, some drone here and there on both sides. Pakistan shot about 85 or Israeli-made Indian drones in Punjab, Pakistan area, mostly with guns. Pakistan didn't use its anti-aircraft missiles or expensive weaponry to shoot them down. Fourth day of the war, India attacked 11 Pakistani air bases with their fighter jets deep inside Indian territory and at exceptional heights which they can reach. From there, they fired on 11 Pakistani bases. Pakistan retaliated punitively, heavily, and Pakistanis claim that they have fired nearly 1,000 missiles within half an hour to 1 hour. And that brought India down to its knees. India started running to Americans and Chinese for a ceasefire, begging for that. Pakistani response was so severe, and most of their Indian air bases in Indian Kashmir and Punjab were destroyed or completely destroyed. A lot of their planes were shot down while in hangars or in the ground or on the runways. And there are claims that 7 more brand new Rafales were shot down on the runways. Not shot down, actually, were shot or destroyed, parked on the runway. So India panicked, and Pakistan also with their JF-17 Thunderbolt, 2 S-400 systems they destroyed. India actually received 3 S-400 systems. They deployed on Pakistani side, one in the south, one in the middle, and one in the north of India on Pakistani border. So 2 of them Pakistan shot down. The south one, there was no major conflict in the south, so Pakistan didn't shoot it down or destroyed. So now let's come to the Indian claims. India claimed that we have destroyed 11 Pakistani air bases. They have provided some pictures and proofs. There was some damage to the pictures show there is some damage to Pakistani air bases, some shelters, some infrastructure buildings, runways were damaged, not completely destroyed, and they are completely operational still. No aircrafts were shown that they were damaged on Pakistani side in the hangars or anywhere elsewhere else. Anyways, after that, Pakistan's stature gone up globally. India's stature, respect as a big military power nosedived, and Americans have started putting sanctions on India, and Pakistan has become the blue-eyed boy of Americans. Pakistani army chief, first time in the history of America, was invited by Donald Trump to White House two times, and by now it's about three times. He has been invited for different discussions. Our Air Force chief was invited to America, and India was sending delegations to the world to tell their side of the story. Nobody bought it. It was a failure. 30 countries, not a single success. Nobody said a word against Pakistan, or nobody bought Indian claim that Pakistan did a terrorism in Indian held Kashmir. Now come to the facts, figures. The first fact is that Indian CDS, Chief of Defence Staff, Anil Chauhan, nearly after a month in Singapore, he accepted that in an interview which is available on YouTube. You can see he accepted that yes, there was some fighter jets lost, but the main thing is not the loss of the fighter jets. The main thing is that what we have learned from that, we grounded our air force for 2 days, and then we attacked Pakistan again. We learned our mistakes. He accepted that they were mistakes. Again, that interview is available on YouTube. I hope so still. So he claims that their fighter jets went too high in the air. From there, they fired BrahMos missiles on Pakistani bases. That shows that they were too scared to fly their fighter jets close to the Pakistani border. And plus, have you ever heard that a whole air force of a big military power was grounded mid-war? In the middle of a war, they grounded the whole air force. So that was the power of Pakistan. Praveen Soni, Indian analyst, has accepted that 5 to 6 Indian fighter jets were shot down on national TV, but I'm not taking it seriously because he's a journalist, and he runs his own Force magazine, and he's very respectable in the whole world. After some time, Indian military attaché in Indonesia claimed that Indian government has put restrictions on Indian Air Force that you can't attack the military targets in Pakistan. So because of those restrictions, India lost fighter jets in that war. And after that, I think that captain was removed from his post, naval captain. He's a senior fella in Indian Navy. So after a month or so, Indian Vice Army Chief Rahul Singh did a press briefing, and in which he claimed that we have ordered Russia 2 more S-400 systems which were destroyed by Pakistan during the war, May 2025 war. So this is another proof that press briefing is available online. I've heard it myself. He was claiming many things, big things, but there was a short. For a minute, I think he lost it, and he said it by mistake that 2 S-400 systems were destroyed and Russia is going to replace it by December 2025. Indian Air Marshal Bharti, he accepted that yes, few fighter jets were destroyed, they lost few fighter jets, and it happens in the war. Another thing that India is mum about that, and they never accepted that nor denied that their fighter jets were lost. They have kept on the rhetoric that they have destroyed 11 Pakistani air bases. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, another interesting fact, in UN General Assembly, in his speech, he claimed that Pakistan has shot down 7 Indian jets. Right after that, India has used his first right of response, second right of response. In that response, even they didn't deny it. They didn't say that Pakistani Prime Minister is lying, that Pakistan has shot down 7 Indian jets. So this is the fact. And after that, Donald Trump is very interesting. About more than 60 times he claimed that he has done the ceasefire. Pakistan is saying Donald Trump has done the ceasefire. Even China is now claiming that China has helped reach the ceasefire on Indian request. Donald Trump is also claiming that 7 to 8 beautiful brand new jets, the most brand new jets were Indian Rafales. Pakistan doesn't have a brand new jets. The most latest one is 2022 J-10Cs from China, with which we shot down, Pakistan shot down 7 Indian jets. So 7 to 8 Indian jets claimed by Trump were shot down in the battle. So these are the facts and figure. Donald Trump is still claiming. I think in a couple of days back, Donald Trump claimed again the same things that he has done the ceasefire, he has shot down, and that there were 7 to 8 fighters. He's not claiming that Indian jets were shot down, but he is putting pressure on Narendra Modi for not to buy Russian oil. He has put sanctions on India. It was 50%. Now I heard that he's raising it up to 100% and maybe to 500%. So complete trade blockade of India. Indian economy is nose diving now because the major export destination for India was America. So my point is that combining all these facts, all the dots, claims by Indian officials, I'm not talking about other claims by analysts like Praveen Soni and some other analysts. I'm talking about the Indian working in uniform officials. And Indian government is mum about these 7 fighter jets claim. So all the dots, by connecting all the dots, facts, figure, it is very clear, it is very easy to understand that because of that war and India's loss, Pakistan's stature has gone up, India's stature has gone down. Nearly 25 to 30 countries have issued national anthem or love songs for Pakistan officially with Pakistani flags and their own local country flags. Whole of the world, many third world countries, global south, they are flocking to Pakistan for air force training after that war and to teach us how you shot down Indian jets. And many defense contracts, Pakistan is on a flight mode, billions and billions of dollars of defense contract, and more than 150 JF-17 Pakistani made fighter jets. Pakistan has received order for these fighter jets as well. So all I'm trying to say, this all happened after the war. So the whole world is not blind. If India is trying to lie to their own people that they have won the war and they are trying to manipulate the news, but the world is not blind. They are all buying the Pakistani version. They are flocking to Pakistan for every type of, from economy to the defense deals, defense pact. Saudi Arabia came to Pakistan for a defense pact. First time in the history that any attack on Pakistan will be considered an attack on Saudi and vice versa. Turkey and some Bangladesh and some other countries are also pushing Pakistan. Gulf countries are pushing Pakistan for a defense pact after that war. So that shows that Pakistani version of the war, that Pakistan won the wars. It was a landslide victory, heavily is more acceptable, and it looks like to be true. Thank you very much. So the last nail in the coffin was nailed by Pakistani DG National Command Authority Khalid Ahmed Qidwai. Lieutenant General Khalid Ahmed Qidwai did a press conference in November 2025 and he has given the tail numbers. Yes, the actual tail numbers of 4 Rafale fighter jets shot down. So this is the last nail in the coffin. India is mum about that as well, not producing, not giving evidence of its fighter jets not being shot down. So it means it's accepting quietly. Even in the parliament, opposition leader Rahul Gandhi has challenged Narendra Modi many times to at least say that Donald Trump is lying about the 7 or 8 jets and the ceasefire, and Pakistan is lying about the fighter jets claims and that how many fighter jets, if any, were shot down. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is mum about that. Let's connect the dots. At the end of the video, Pakistan claimed 7 jets, provided proofs, electronic signatures, even the conversations of the pilots that their wing commander is asking to the pilots, and pilots are saying some pilots and planes are missing. Pakistani Prime Minister in the United Nations speech claiming in front of the whole world audience that 7 jets have been shot down, Indian 7 jets. India, in a reply to that speech, didn't even refute that claims and kept on saying that we have damaged some air bases in Pakistan, which Pakistan claims even more damages to Indian sides. So the biggest aerial battle after post-World War II was won decisively by Pakistan. Donald Trump has been claiming 7 Indian jets. It has done the ceasefire, which India refutes. Pakistan is saying Donald Trump has done the ceasefire. China is saying they have helped in the ceasefire. India is mum. Pakistan is confirming these two claims. And then let's come to the Anil Chauhan CDS, Indian CDS in Singapore said some planes were shot down. Indian Air Force was completely grounded during the war. They were so scared to fly the planes that more planes can be shot down. Indian military attaché in Indonesia claimed that Indian government has not given free hand to the Indian Air Force and Indian Army. Then let's come to Indian Vice Chief of Army Staff Rahul Singh in a press conference in Delhi claimed that Pakistan has shot down 2 S-400 systems and Russia is going to replace them in December. So connecting all these dots, tail numbers and everything, it's very clear that the biggest aerial battle after Second World War has been won by Pakistan, and Pakistan's stature has gone up in the world. All the world air forces are third world countries, especially the global south. Italy and Romania as well from the developed world are flocking to Pakistan for training. Many third world countries, 7 or 8, are trying to buy Pakistani equipments, war-tested fighter jets, JF-17 Thunderbolt, like Saudi Arabia, Bangladesh, Libya, Myanmar, Nigeria, Azerbaijan, Iraq, possibly Iran, and Egypt. So Pakistan has orders of nearly 200 fighter jets, and Pakistan is saying that they don't need to go to IMF anymore because of massive orders and massive inflow of dollars into Pakistan. So Pakistan, conclusion, has won the war decisively, and India's stature, which has gone up after 1971 war, it has gone down badly, and India's image has been tarnished with nearly 50% tariffs from America, sanctions, and now America is threatening 500% tariffs. American thinking is that when Pakistani air chief went to America, that in Pentagon they said to Pakistani Air Force chief that our concept about India and South Asia and Asia has been totally upside down after you decisively defeated India. So we were thinking India is a big shot, but it is not. So India's level in front of America has been tarnished. They were presenting India in front of China as a bulwark against China and Indian Ocean, but India has been removed from that post, strategic post. That strategic post has been given to Pakistan, and Pakistan is going to Libya and other countries on behalf of America, Saudi and stuff, doing defense pacts with different countries after winning this war on behalf of America. Pakistan is now doing a defense pact with Saudi and Turkey. So 3 countries. Turkey want to join the Pak-Saudi defense pact. I'm going to do a separate video on that, and I'm going to do a separate video on Pakistani JF-17 orders, massive orders. More than 200 fighter jets have been ordered already. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Please subscribe the channel if you like this video.